On to step 4, creating new offering codes in Jewel. So why would new offering codes be needed more often when my church is using Adventist giving? Well, because Adventist giving opens up to your donors an entire new set of offering codes that they didn't even know about, including 280 World Offering Codes and 24 Georgia-Cumberland Conference codes. You may see offerings like these taken from this actual Adventist giving donor envelope. Offerings like Mongolia and Bibles for Iraq. Each World and Conference code that you don't already have in Jewel must be created in Jewel so that you can post that donation in accordance with denominational policy. All of those World and Conference codes have assigned names and numbers, and they're not interchangeable, which means that similar is not good enough. Example, ADRA Africa is not the same as ADRA South Africa. Children in Crisis is not the same as Girl Save Project or Africa Orphans. Entering a lot of new accounts may seem overwhelming, but with the help of these training videos and our handy Adventist Giving code chart, you can become an expert at spotting new codes and entering them correctly. So let me give you the key for deciphering offering codes, because you're going to need to be able to tell the difference between world codes, conference codes, and local codes. Take women's ministry, for example. Number 1782 is the North American Division Women's Ministries Code. 5006 is the Women's Ministries Code for your union. 7220 is the Georgia-Cumberland Conference Women's Ministries Code, and then most churches have a local Women's Ministries Fund as well, with a code number somewhere between 8,000 and 9,999. So if a donor gives to the local women's ministry, but their donation is accidentally posted to 7220 or 1782, and their donation disappears with the remittance check, you can see that is a problem. There are a few other funds that can have duplicates in conference and local that you have to watch. Worthy Student, Evangelism, and Christian Education. So let me show you how it works. 5-digit codes are always world codes, and world codes are any that are not local or conference. Notice the 5-digit codes here in Adventist Giving donation envelope. If you see a 5-digit code for evangelism, you know not to post it to your local church evangelism fund. Georgia-Cumberland Conference is using 3- and 4-digit codes, so in Jewel, anything between 1 and 6,999 is also a world code. But don't worry, I've created a simple code chart for you that helps you convert the 5-digit codes to 4-digit codes for entry into Jewel. 7,000 to 7,999 are always Georgia-Cumberland Conference codes. Maybe a better way to say it is, any 4-digit code that starts with the number 7 is a Georgia-Cumberland Conference code. You see a couple of them here on this Adventist Giving donor envelope. So if you see a donation to Worthy Student with a 7338 code, you know not to post it to your local Worthy Student Fund. Last but not least, code numbers from 8,000 to 9,999 are assigned as your local church codes. Your church probably won't use them all, but whatever local codes you have will be between those two numbers. See here on this Adventist Giving donation envelope, there are a number of local codes that this donor chose, all in the 8,000 range. 8770 is another evangelism donation, but since you see it begins with an 8, it's a local fund, so it shouldn't be posted as a conference or a world offering. See how it works? The account number gives you the key as to how it should be posted. If in Adventist Giving your local offering choices just have a blank space and no number, watch the video Managing Offering Categories in the Adventist Giving section to learn how to fix that. Now let's learn how to use this in Jewel. You will notice that some Adventist Giving accounts have Spanish and French translations added to their account name, so that donors that speak other languages can use Adventist Giving. You don't need to enter the other languages when you create an account in Jewel. Just the English name is fine. If a donor donates to an unfamiliar code, and you're not sure if it's in Jewel already, look at the code to learn if it's world, conference, or local. If it's a 5-digit code, use your code conversion chart and write down the corresponding 4-digit code. Let's say we're looking for code 2023, Cuba Prison Ministry. We know by the code number that it's a world code. So we start by entering 2023 in the account line. If Jewel completes the line with the correct account name, enter the amount and continue. If no account name appears, then delete the account numbers, then click on the plus sign to search Jewel's account list. This takes you to the Edit Accounts screen, where you can search for that particular offering account. Start by searching for the account number, but also look for the name in case it is there but has been numbered incorrectly. Look at the appropriate world, conference, or local code range. You can alphabetize the accounts by clicking on Name if that's helpful. Don't look for a name that is somewhat similar. You want it to match. Pathfinder Capital Projects is not the same as Conference Camper Funds. If you discover that this code is a new one, click on Add New Account. Fill in the ID and name boxes. Make sure to set the type of fund correctly. In this case, conference and world offerings are both considered conference since they are included in the remittance. Then click OK. That new account will appear on your Jewel envelope, ready to use. Once you've entered all the envelopes and Jewel asks if you're ready to make deposit, click Yes. Which brings us to step 5, where we will finish the deposit. Coming up.